Okay, let's review the answers to the problems on the exponent page. We have 12 to the fifth, that's equal to 248,832. Let's verify this using a calculator. So we type in the base 12, use the caret symbol as the power, type in the power 5, or also known as the exponent, select enter, and you can see we get the result here in the calculator. We have 3 over 9 to the 0 is 1. Here we can make use of our fraction button. We type in, let's encase it in parentheses first. So we have 3 over 9 close the parentheses and then raise it to the 0 power. The answer is 1. Next we have 7 to the negative 2 power. Prior to using our calculator, remember the negative 2 informs us to take the reciprocal and drop the negative sign, so it's 1 over 7 squared, which is 1 over 49. Let's go ahead and just perform that calculation using the calculator. So we have 7 to the, and we have to be very careful. Do not use the minus sign. You'll get an error. You want to use the negative sign. It should be a different symbol somewhere located near the numbers. So press minus, so press negative 2. And we hit enter, and we get, for our computation, 1 over 49. 11 to the 6th power. That is 1,771,561. For this problem, we have 8 to the 0 minus 2 to the negative 2. Well, 8 to the 0 is 1. 2 to the negative 2, remember, it's a negative power, so take the reciprocal. 1 over 2 squared. Well, 1 over 2 squared is 1/4. 1 minus 1/4, or 1 minus a quarter, is 3/4. And it turns out we can type this in our calculator and get the same results. So we have 8 to the 0 let's see, 8 to the 0 minus 2 to the negative 2 power. Let's hit enter, and we get 3/4 as the answer. Now finally, we have this last exponent, 10 to the 100. It's basically a 1 followed by 100 zeros. Most likely, if you were using your calculator to try to compute that value, let's try it here. So 10 to the 100 power, what most likely happened is you get some type of error. In this case, it states overflow error. What that means is that this number is simply too large for your calculator to compute. It just overloaded the memory banks. It turns out that this number does have a special name that we might all be familiar with. Its name is Google. However, it's spelled slightly different from the search engine that we're accustomed to using. That's because when the developers of the search engine were thinking of the name, they misspelled it. They used the Google version that we're most familiar with rather than the actual version for the number. But they had the spirit in mind of this large number. It turns out that there's another number, it's 10 to the Google. It has a special name that's also related to the company that manages the search engine Google. So see if you can look up that name, and if you can't find the answer, then by all means ask me or some other instructor. But thanks for watching the video.